Just a few days ago, Elon Musk tweeted about gold, and it looks like there might be an upcoming audit of the gold at Fort Knox. I've got all of the tweets. I'm going to get you up to speed on this. And then I want to look at this confidential letter from the Reserve Bank of Australia exposing the fact that some of the gold bars held at the Bank of England were proven to be fake. Are there fake gold bars here in America as well? Let's get into it. Saturday, February 15th, and they just say it would be great if Elon Musk could take a look inside Fort Knox just to make sure the 4,580 tons of U.S. gold is there. Last time anyone looked was 50 years ago in 1974. And you can see here 3.2 million views, so already going viral. Then Elon replied. Now, I think he's just kind of poking the bear a little bit with this response. It only took him about an hour to respond, and he said, surely it's reviewed at least every year.
So what caused this whole Fort Knox gold audit stir was this post by Zero Hedge at Elon Musk. Took him an hour to respond. Now, of course, Zero Hedge does have 2 million followers, but I mean, to get a response out of Elon Musk, it takes a lot. And I'm going to show you through gematria, the coding of letters, numbers, and words done by the elite, the Illuminati, the Freemasons, the Jesuits, whatever you want to call them. Because Zero Hedge in gematria is 57, and what really jumps out is 33. But Zero Hedge, 57 and 33, kind of like your Tesla is 57 and 33. Speaking of 57, we know that Elon Musk is also 57, but Zero Hedge 33, Rand Paul 33. Now, who's Rand Paul? Let's take a look at my likes. Biggest story of the day. Senator Rand Paul is calling for an audit on Fort Knox to ensure the 4,580 tons of U.S. gold is still there. I believe Rand Paul is the senator of Arkansas or Kentucky, one of those, but just showing you that this is another ritual. Is the gold there? Is the gold fake? Is the gold missing? And what are the implications on cryptocurrencies? That's what we care about. What is it? Does it affect the gold prices? Does it affect the dollar? That's why I thought this was a pretty interesting video to look into. Gold bars, also for 33. One cipher that I'm learning not to sleep on that is actually very important is the Chaldean cipher, as you see there. And I'm going to show you why. U.S. Treasury, who's in control of this so-called gold, and the Chaldean is 33. Like Gold Rush, 33. Like your California, San Francisco 49ers, gold miners. Gold Rush, 33. Same as gold coin, also 33. Metallicus, I know you XPR cats are going to check that out. Metallicus is also 33. One thing that's interesting is I'm surprised that Marshall Hayner responded to Michael Saylor. That's just cool to see Marshall Hayner just getting involved. I was surprised when I saw his response there. Elon Musk looking for the gold at Fort Knox, and it's gone. So what is Elon Musk saying? And then here comes Michael Saylor, who said sell your house and buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin fixes this. Marshall Hayner, CEO of Metallica, says technically Bitcoin does not fix this. It would in fact make the theft easier, as there is no physical transport of stolen goods. The tech that solves it, it is present in many blockchains and is known as a multi-signature threshold. With the proper multi-sig, this could be prevented. So this gold audit has huge implications on gold, Bitcoin. It's crazy, but Metallicus 33. And to prove to you that Chaldean is a very important cipher, let's take a look at your guys' friend Gary Gensler, the 33rd chairman of the SEC. Gary Gensler 33. Like what was he? SEC chairman 33, the 33rd chairman. And which is another bullish catalyst for crypto, is the 34th chair, which would be Paul Atkins. And of course it's going to happen because Paul Atkins is 34, not only in Chaldean but the regular ciphers. So yeah, if you're looking for a bullish event, just wait until Paul Atkins is sworn in. Also, another cipher that's pretty interesting. Let me lose Chaldean. It's called Latin or Jewish gematria. Hope my video don't get flagged for saying that word. But Musk. Musk is 33, 330. Remember, the zeros don't count in numerology. Musk is 330 in Latin gematria. And another fun fact, interesting fact, is that while we're on 33, is calculation between dates. Well, Elon Musk's birthday, June 28th, 1971, to the day that the movie The Matrix was put out, March 31st, 1999, was, let's see, was 333 months and 3 days. So, hold on real quick. So, from Elon Musk's birthday to the day the movie The Matrix was put out was 333 months and 3 days. Elon Musk is very vocal about the Matrix and us living in a simulation, and I just thought that was very interesting because sometimes when you get these numbers, you just think like, how can this do this? Is this a real computer? Like, are we really living in a simulation? But another thing that's interesting about 333 is Joshua N. Houdman. Let's take a look at his name in the gematria calculator. His name is equals 333. We can lose the J-Wish cipher. His name is 333. Who is Joshua Norman Houdman? Well, I'm glad you asked, because was an American-born Canadian South African chiropractor, politician. He became involved in Canadian politics back in the technocracy movement before moving to South Africa in 1950, blah, blah, blah. In South Africa, he was a supporter of apartheid and promoted a number of conspiracy theories. A pilot since 1948. He died in a plane crash in 1974. You're hearing of all these plane crashes, aren't you? Haldeman was the maternal grandfather of businessman Elon Musk. So Elon Musk's grandfather in gematria equals 333. Died in a plane crash. Another interesting thing while we're on the 333, back to time between dates, is that, let's just back out of that, is that from Trump's B-Day, 6/14/1946, to the day his grandfather died, which his grandfather died 1/13/1974, Trump was 330 months and 30 days. So another 333. I mean, this just shows you how they're all tied in together. This is perfectly orchestrated, which is pretty wild. But another 333 for you there. But there's kind of more. From the day, well, let's just see. You guys know Charles Schwab, right? World Economic Forum. He was born March 30th, which is another 3/3/1938. To the day that Elon was born, the day after Elon was born, the 29th, 1971. Was 33 years and 3 months. Now, who's Klaus Schwab? World Economic Forum, right? Well, World Economic Forum, right? We're talking about Davos. If you follow Ripple, you know about Davos. World Economic Forum is 93. Like the elephant in the room, Fort Knox, 93. Like I told you, Saturn is 93. Gold audit, 93. Like wealth, 93. You cannot serve both God and Mammon. Mammon 93. Metal Pay 93. I like how I'm just tying in all these cryptocurrencies together. Metal Pay 93. Because that's exactly what the U.S. government plans on doing. Sovereign Wealth Fund. Cryptocurrencies got to be included in this. Right? Trump announced the executive order for a sovereign wealth fund. Sovereign Wealth Fund 93. Will it include digital? The heck? Digital assets? Digital asset. Okay. Oh, top digital asset. There we go. 93. But anyways, back to the 333. One thing that's interesting also is that, let's see here. Is it in my likes? Well, let's take a look at this.
Under the searing lights, naturally, gold prices immediately began to soar. 9 years later, gold sold for $880 per ounce, 25 times what the gold in Fort Knox was sold for. One would think that eventually someone in the government would get wind of what was happening and blow the whistle. The largest fortune in the history of the world stolen. Shades of the old James Bond film, Goldfinger. Well, as a matter of fact, Ian Fleming...
Oh, whoa. Goldfinger. Right? So, hold on, before we get here. Well, James Bond, Goldfinger. James Bond, Goldfinger. Oh, I forgot the Bond. James Bond, Goldfinger is also 333. What is that movie about? Check it out. Gold Bond, James Finger. While investigating the gold magnates, whatever you say that, smuggling, James Bond uncovers a plot to contaminate the Fort Knox gold reserve. So that's what this movie from, I believe it was 1960 something or so. I'm not really sure, but that movie is about. Here, let's just see. Goldfinger, James Bond. Movie synopsis. Yeah, the powerful tycoon Ulrich Goldfinger has initiated Operation Grand Slam, a cataclysmic scheme to raid Fort Knox and obliterate the world economy. James Bond, armed with his specially equipped Aston Martin, must stop the plan by overcoming several outrageous adversaries. Well, first of all, what would happen if the gold is not at Fort Knox? I mean...
Ian Fleming, the author of the James Bond...
Let's just ask Brock real quick. Let's see. What would happen if the gold is not at Fort Knox during audit? Let's see. If an audit revealed that the gold supposed to be stored at Fort Knox was missing or significantly less than claimed, the consequences would ripple, that's crazy they put ripple, across economic, political, and social spheres. Here's a breakdown of what might happen. Loss in confidence in the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar's value is no longer directly tied to gold since the end of Bretton Woods system in 1971, but the gold reserves of Fort Knox symbolize financial stability. A confirmed absence could erode trust in the dollar, potentially leading to a sell-off in currency markets. Spike in gold prices. Uncertainty about the U.S. gold reserves could drive gold prices skyward as investors and nations scramble to secure physical gold. Market chaos. Stock market, bond, and commodities could experience extreme volatility as investors react to the news. So that's crazy, but what would happen to crypto if the gold at Fort Knox is gone? If the gold at Fort Knox were found to be missing during the audit, the impact on cryptocurrencies would be significant but multifaceted. Depending on how markets, governments, and public react, here's how it could play out. Bullish case for crypto. Flight to decentralized assets. A missing gold reserve could shatter trust in centralized financial systems, especially the U.S. dollar. Investors might flock to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, often dubbed digital gold, as a hedge against fiat instability. Bitcoin's fixed supply of 21 million coins could be seen as more reliable than a government's vault with unverifiable content. Price surge, panic selling of dollars and traditional assets could drive massive capital into the crypto markets. Adoption boost, blah, blah, blah. Bearish case for crypto, because we don't know how they're going to twist this. And I wouldn't be surprised if it goes away without anything happening. Like months later, people saying, hey, Elon, what happened to the gold audit? And just life goes on. But there's two cases. Either one, they audited, the gold's there, which is bullish. They audit it, and the gold's not there. As you can see, it could be bullish, but for the financial system, like the dollar and American, like all that. But either way, for us as crypto investors, it's looking pretty good. The gold's absence triggers a broad financial crisis, market crash, dollar devaluation. That's what we want. And Trump wants a weaker dollar. We as crypto investors want a weaker dollar, but at what cost? Pun intended. I mean, imagine a world where you get rich off crypto, but the dollar crashes to where your whole family's just living, waiting for what's it called again? Universal basic income, waiting for a handout from the government, just living poor, going to food banks, and you're sitting here rich. You got to take care of your whole family because you're the one who has the digital assets on a cold storage wallet. You're the one who made the investments. Now you got a whole family to take care of. That would be just a bittersweet scenario. That would be crazy. But back to the gematria. We're going to finish this up pretty soon here. Let me see what I got in here. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, gematria. Fort Knox. 1, 2, 3. Gold bullion. It's funny they call it bullion, right? The bull, Baal. Gold bullion, 1, 2, 3. That's funny. It's 57.2 like Tesla and Elon Musk. Gold bullion, 1, 2, 3. Gold reserves at Fort Knox. Gold reserves at Fort Knox audit. That's what's going on. 1, 2, 3. We're depending on what happens, can lead to USD crash. USD crash, 1, 2, 3. And also Bitcoin rise. Bitcoin rise, 1, 2, 3. RLUSD, which is also called Ripple USD, 1, 2, 3. Ripple wins SEC lawsuit. 1, 2, 3. Same notes from the Bearable Guy 1, 2, 3 video. Ripple wins SEC lawsuit, 1, 2, 3. All right. Elon 62. Gold currency 62. Fort Knox gold 62. Wealth transfer 62. Ripple XRP 62. Oh, whoops. Ripple XRP 62. ISO 222 compliant 62. Corda R3 62. And basically all this is if you know, you know, right? Stablecoin 62. Digital money 62. And for the last of the notes, well, here I wanted to go back here real quick though, if I have time. If you're still here with me, that's cool. Where am I at? Ooh, 20 minutes? Dang. I did want to look at this though. Where's my likes? Boom. Likes. Yeah, I'm just going to read it. We don't have time for the video. America's wealth, the largest fortune in the history of the world, was stolen. So this article claims that the Fort Knox gold isn't there. An article was written connecting Rockefeller family and the Federal Reserve. 3 days later, the source was thrown out a window to her death. So just how did the story of the Fort Knox gold robbery get out? Blah, blah, blah. So this basically saying the gold isn't there. But yeah, interesting. Last ones is going to be, I got Rand Paul there, 87. I got Fort Knox gold heist. I got it 87. I got executive order 6102 for another 87. What is that? Executive Order 6102, signed April 5th, 1933. And what's interesting, April 5th is Satoshi Nakamoto's birthday. By U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, forbidding the hoarding of gold coin, gold bullion, and gold certificates within the continental United States. The executive order was made under the authority of the Trading with the Enemy Act of 1917 as amended by the Emergency Banking Act in March 33. So that's interesting. Making gold illegal also equals 87. Like metal blockchain, 87. Metal X, 87. Number of the beast, 87, which is 666. 87, which all this is leading to. And one thing that's interesting about 666 is that in the Bible it has everything to do with money. 2 Chronicles 9:13. Now the weight of gold that came to Solomon in 1 year was 606 talents. That's 666. So the gold that Solomon received was 666 talents of gold. Same thing like Revelation 13, where he causes all, both small and great, free and bond, to receive a mark upon their. Let's just read it. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, that he who hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And see, the Bible's telling us, let him who hath understanding count the number of the beast. So gematria, of course, is witchcraft. And of course, we're using it to decipher what these elites are doing. But even the Bible says, hey, he has wisdom, count the number of the beast.